Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go.
Now, a feature presentation.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Welcome to the MatineeChat podcast.
There is a God.
With Kathy Kaiser.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
And Anthony Wise.
Oh, excuse me, Russell, but I believe I requested the hand job.
He's just ignorant.
Stay connected at MatineeChat.com, on Facebook and Twitter at MatineeChat.
The radio's all yours now.
MatineeChat podcast on now.
And welcome back to Matinee Chat. We're in volume 32, 32 weeks of fun, exciting movies. And Anthony.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, sorry.
We can't forget you.
Well, I hope not. I'm sitting here working the controls. I hope you don't forget about
That's
me.
right, that's right.
I can turn you off. I can turn your mic off right now.
Nice,
and
nice.
then who will you talk about?
See, so now he gives everyone who has ultimate control. Mm-hmm.
Would you say 31 or 32?
32.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're on 32. Yes.
We're getting old.
You're not aging as fast as our podcast, luckily.
Thankfully.
Thankfully.
Horrid. 3 movies to talk about this week. One that I wish not to mention, as well as Eddie the Eagle and 999.
Gods of Egypt, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You can refer to it in all podcasts if you like. We'll also play a couple games for a chance to win tickets to lovely Lincoln Theater, and as well win some tickets to the Edge Theater. Or
Edge 5
Edge
Theaters.
5, the Edge
and the
Cinco.
Lincoln. Thank you both for being a part of this show.
Yes. And we'll also talk about some Oscars, too, because it's happening next week. All right, so kicking things off with the movie I do not care to mention and did not see because I think I just don't think it's right.
Okay, well, he's going to fill you in more about that once he lets me chat about Gods of Egypt, rated PG-13, starring lots of people that he's dying to tell you about, including Gerard Butler and lots of other maybe not Egyptian people playing gods. Yes, Anthony? I wish y'all could see his face. Okay.
I'm not done. You keep going.
And here we are in the world of the gods. And, of course, Horus is going to take on Set. And Set wins. And he's going to totally rule the world. And he's the bad guy. That's Gerard Butler. He's the bad guy. That's it? You're not going to add anything yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I told you, I don't want to talk about this movie. It's a terrible movie.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, the Gerard Butler's character is going to take on the world, and we have a young gentleman by the name of Beck who's going to try to save not only his kingdom, but the woman that he loves from ultimate peril. She is dying in the underworld, and he wants God Horus to bring her back. Go ahead.
You done?
Yeah, sure, go.
No, I mean,
No, that's all I'm going to say right now. Yes.
Oh, right now? Well, what else do you have to say
No,
about it?
that's the premise of the film for everyone. Yes? No?
I just don't understand. Look, if they can make Slumdog Millionaire
Yes.
and find that little guy to play that role oh so well, which by now he's older, we couldn't
Yes.
find him to play one of the gods of Egypt. We had to find a bunch of European and American actors who are not even tan.
Okay.
To
All
play the
right.
gods
He's
of
thinking
Egypt.
that Hollywood should have taken the steps necessary to find Egyptian people to play all of these
or
gods.
anybody from that continent, or anybody with closely matching skin, at least.
Okay. All
as
right.
opposed to
All
Gerard Butler, who is as Scottish as it gets. Okay, he's Scottish.
Hey, but he plays a really good mean guy.
Great, wonderful.
We had this discussion earlier, and I think that, yes, Hollywood should definitely try to put the types of characters that need to be in place and with the appropriate nationality of individuals for what is taking place on the screen. I totally agree with that fact. And then we also talked about the fact that maybe some of the directors and the producers and the studio heads are thinking if they put an individual into a particular character who is a big dollar moneymaker, they're going to continue to make big bucks. But they're not willing to take a chance on putting an unknown in there and the movie flopping.
And that's just a risk you have to take in order to achieve cinematic greatness. I mean, I think Apocalypse did a great job of tackling that. There was nobody
Yes.
in that movie that was Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that even spoke English, from what I could tell.
Well, and gave lots of actors an opportunity they never had before.
To show what they can do. And that's just the thing that I'm trying to, that I'd like to see is that in 2016, I find it hard to believe that there's not other actors. There's a whole thing called Bollywood. And I'm not saying we should have all our actors from Bollywood, but I guarantee you there is a Bollywood similar thing or similar acting going on within Egypt itself.
Yes.
Or within, the northern African area, in the Sahara somewhere where, not in the Saharas, but, somewhere in which there are people of that hue that are out there doing acting and doing thespian-type roles and out there trying to be a part of the fine arts. There are people that are out there. If you have screened all of them and deemed none of them are as good as Gerard Butler, fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Go for
all
it.
Right.
But I seriously doubt they took the time to screen enough, even if at all.
Well, and I would agree with that fact that, yeah.
So I don't care to see it because it just, plus I'm also a fan of ancient Egypt and archaeology, so that just throws a complete skew into what I know is fact. And although it's a movie, and you can be
it
fantasy
is a movie.
about it.
It is a big fantasy, yes.
There's a certain point in time when we fail as a society to really reinforce what is a movie, what is real, what is not real. Within the youth, it allows them to make up in their minds what history really is and what history has become.
And I agree with your thought process
Case in
that
point,
if we,
Native Americans all through history have always been considered savages and always been the one on the run in the movies, and John Wayne was chasing them down.
Ooh, he threw out John, really?
And so that's what you come to know as, because if you look at the history books, there's not a terrible lot because they don't know a whole lot because they just came and killed instead of really taking the time to get to know the culture and see what people were about. So it's, without an additional effort from not only, at home, but also from the education system to reinforce what really was ancient Egypt like, or what really was ancient America like, to reinforce what they see with these images, they just have it planted in their head that this is
what it is. Okay. Well, I agree with the fact that you want the authentic self with this type of movie. You want the authenticity to be there for everyone who's viewing it, to not see a bunch of, Scottish people, French and, people playing Egyptians. I get that. And if everybody heads out to the website, visit us on MatineeChat.com or goes to MatineeChat on Twitter. I told everyone that they might want to wait and catch this one.
Hey, not to mention it's going to suck anyway. On top of all that, I'm sure it's a terrible movie.
Oh, you're not even going to let me finish what I told everyone. Okay.
Well, obviously not telling them to run to the theater, so it must have sucked.
It was not one of my favorite films.
It's okay. You can use the S word, Kathy.
I really can?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not say it sucked. I
It's okay.
I just didn't say it
You said sucked
was...
right now. I can edit it out and make it say it, so you said
Oh,
sucked.
okay, all right. I did not say the movie sucked. I just said it was subpar. How's that?
Subpar. Subpar, below the table, sucking somebody off.
Okay. Well, I definitely didn't go down that road, but luckily you did. So, like I said, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to move on to a game.
Maybe that will brighten the mood.
There you go, because you're really a downer today, but we're going to brighten the mood here.
The movie's a downer.
Because it's your week, remember? It's your week. It's Anthony's week, so he's all excited. And what did you pick as our theme for your games this week, Anthony?
The Oscars.
Maybe I forced him to do that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't pick themes, you weirdo. All right, let's play a game.
Get these morons off the air.
Hey, Tiny, who's playing today?
Wait till Otis sees us!
We're on a mission from God.
I love his music. I do. I'm a Michael Bolton fan.
Whoa!
Name that movie tune.
Name that movie tune. Right now, you have a chance to win some tickets to the lovely Edge 5 Theater.
Thank you, Edge,
for being a part of this. It is Oscar weekend, so this is a movie that won an Oscar in the 70s. And it's pretty easy, so that's as far as I'm going to tell you.
He's not as easy as usual. I don't believe it.
I think so. This guy certainly is easy.
Yeah, absolutely.
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 All right, here's the clip.
He's a complicated man. but no one understands him but his woman.
See, it's so good. Every single time.
It is so good.
The bass just comes through. And just,
that was so reminiscent, yes. That was a good choice, Anthony. Good choice.
Didn't think I knew about that movie, did you?
No, but now I know.
If you know that movie, answer below on the podcast page for your chance to win tickets to the wonderful Edge 5. Again, thank you, Edge, for being a part of this. Review numero dos.
Yeah.
Eddie the Eagle, starring an up-and-coming, Edgerton was his name?
Edgerton, yes.
What's his first name?
Egerton.
Egerton.
Taron Egerton.
Taron. See, what kind of name is that? You really could not write a novel with a name like that.
Oh, but like we were talking about earlier in our last review, maybe we pulled a Hugh Jackman out of somewhere to bring him down, to bring that star power to this film.
You mean there wasn't any leftover Deadpool money to give to him?
No, I don't think so.
Bummer.
Even though, we are going to make the next Wolverine rated R. Remember that.
I do know that.
Okay. All right. Back to Eddie the Eagle, rated PG-13, starring Taron Egerton, like we said, Hugh Jackman, and this is a true story of the 1988 Olympics, and a young man who really shouldn't be in the Olympics in any way, shape, or form decides very young he's going to the Olympics. He becomes a skier. He doesn't make it to the Olympics that way, so he decides that after he finds out that the English have not had since like the 1920s a ski jumper make the Olympics, he goes for it. Anything?
I didn't see it. I'm just waiting for what happens.
Okay.
Does he win? I'm thinking he wins.
No, he doesn't win, but in the process of trying to become a ski jumper, that's a really scary proposition. I mean, you don't just go up, that far up in the air and ski and land and not kill yourself. But he attempts to do it on the smaller jumps, and then he runs into past ski jumping extraordinaire champion that he convinces to be his coach, Hugh Jackman. That's how Hugh gets involved. So he becomes his coach, and he teaches him a thing or two on how to take on those huge slopes and jump with flair. And even though he doesn't win along the path of trying to make it to the Olympics, he does get a following because he's Eddie the Eagle, and he does a whole eagle-type dance and the whole 9 yards. So that's how he gets his name. Yes.
They don't win to get a nice following.
Yes, he gets a really big following.
Was this a person that Wolverine plays?
Yes.
Was this person Australian? This previous winner?
I don't think he was Australian.
I don't think so either. So again, Hollywood just throwing whatever they want at whatever they want. Here we are with a great opportunity
but
for
they
a
needed
fantastic
someone to
retired
bring in
ski
a
coach
few
to
people.
come in and show his acting skills. And so we get Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but had you heard of Taron Egerton before that? No. But now he's going to be
he was in that whatever All-American movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Boring, too.
Okay. I personally didn't think this film was boring. I actually felt not only enchanted, but invigorated in the fact that it made you want to leave the movie theater and take on the world.
Okay, well, that's cool. Did it just make you want to leave the movie theater or just to leave the movie theater?
No,
okay.
no, not at all. I think that it was really, exciting, and seeing someone who should have probably never made it to the Olympics do whatever he needed to do to get there, and the fact that he didn't win meant nothing because he did it.
Talent a lot.
Hard work and perseverance. He did exactly what he set out to do. So I think that it's a family-friendly film that, rates somewhere between, if you go to MatineeChat.com or at MatineeChat on Twitter, I rated it somewhere between must see on the big screen and wait and catch it on DVD. And even though you didn't get to see it, I definitely think that it's the family-friendly film of the weekend. So grab the kiddos, grab everyone, and go get excited and check out Eddie the Eagle.
Or just go see Deadpool.
Okay, or you can
Hugh
do
Jackman's
that
in
too.
that too. Hugh Jackman's in there too.
He is?
Yeah, you don't remember seeing his face?
No, I didn't remember seeing his face.
It was on a magazine.
Oh, okay, all
right.
Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I remember seeing him, really cloak there.
It was his face.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you want to go see it, feel free. It's at your own leisure. He's not a winner like Jesse Owens, but it's okay.
That's okay. We got Olympics again this week.
We can look past that. Catch full review up online, MatineeChat.com. All right, another game right now for your chance to win tickets to the lovely Lincoln Theater.
Thank you, Lincoln Theater.
And thank you, Lincoln, for being a part of this. Game is called Say What?
And it's Anthony's pick again.
Again. Here we go.
Let me bring you up to speed.
Say what?
You talking to me?
Say what again?
Games on the Matinee Chat podcast.
Thanks. I like to play.
Say what?
Unleash the fury.
Let's begin, shall we?
All right, my week. The theme is Oscars. This was nominated
Good pick of theme, yeah.
Nominated to one, actually, an Oscar in the 2000s. Well, no, it's in the 2000s. There we go. If I go any further than that, it's just gonna give it away.
He's really trying not to be so easy, ladies. Okay.
Kind of a long clip, but it has to be long because it's how it's so impactful that way. So here we go.
If you have a milkshake, and I have a milkshake, and I have a straw, there it is. That's a straw, you see. Watching. And my straw reaches across the room and starts to drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
What a screamer, that guy. Always yelling about someone. His milkshake.
I forgot all about that quote from that movie, and I really enjoyed that movie.
It's a good insult somehow, and I don't know why. I don't know how I would use it against somebody. Not against somebody, but with somebody. Like, oh, drink your milkshake. It does sound like old-timey insult, like from the 20s, like where you used to fight with your fists up like this. And,
yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Let me at him. Let me at him. All right, anyways. If you know the answer to that, answer below for your chance to win tickets to the lovely Lincoln Theater. And thank you again, Lincoln, for being a part of that.
Thank you, Lincoln.
And the final review for the week, 999 or 999, also known as 666 upside down, for those of you who are also into those
It is not.
It is
really,
too.
what does that mean?
What? Oh, it's a police code.
It's police code for?
For cop down.
There you go. Very good. Very good. 999 rated R. We got an R for graphic violence. Let's throw that out there right away.
Extremely graphic violence.
And lots of stars in this one. Casey Affleck, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Anthony Mackie, Kate Winslet, Woody Harrelson. The list goes on and on. And Anthony actually joined me for this film.
I did, and I don't know. It was good action. There wasn't a whole lot of meat there. There wasn't not that I needed a super deep plot, but I didn't feel like there was anything for me to attach myself to really take along for the ride. Because they showed you everything from the get-go. There was no mystery. There was not
No, we're taking on, we're
the
working for the Russian
out?
Mafia. Fun.
Who's the, not the Russian Mafia, but the Jewish Russian Mafia with the curls, which was fantastic.
Okay.
That was probably the best part of the movie for me.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know.
But outside of that, like I said, they gave you everything. You already knew from day one whose everyone's roles were.
Right.
You may not know how
few
exactly...
bad cops along the way,
You may not know how exactly it was going to end or who was going to be the last one alive.
Okay.
But you know that's where it was going. And I don't like knowing the movie in the first half hour. I want it to still be a mystery. Like, I didn't know they were going to find Luke on that rock in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
I didn't know that her name was Negasonic Teen Bomb, whatever the hell her name was from Deadpool.
Okay.
There's some mystery there. They gave me
every
single fact, all their roles in the crime, all their life roles and what they do in society.
Right. At the beginning of the film, yes.
Right off the bit. And then it was just a matter of, who's going to be snaky enough to survive last.
Well, I did, if you check out MatineeChat.com or go to, check us out at Twitter on MatineeChat. I did tell everyone that I thought the storyline for me was rather slow. I wanted to get it moving along since they did give us so much at the very beginning of the film. Speed it along. We know where we're going. But I also was intrigued rather late in the film. There was a few points that I wasn't anticipating, kind of like in The Departed. That kept me guessing towards the end, so I didn't think it was maybe as bad as you thought it was. I rated it somewhere between must see on the big screen and wait and catch it on DVD. I didn't think it was that bad.
I just didn't think it was that good.
Okay. Well,
Could have been written a lot better. I'm a fan of a lot of the actors. I like Casey Affleck. I've been a fan of him since American Pie.
I was excited back-to-back things we've seen Casey in that he's been really good. You didn't see the film with me. That's why you don't remember.
Okay. Well, you don't remember either because you didn't know what it was. So. You didn't see the film either, as far as I'm concerned.
No, he was in
Zoolander?
Our Finest Hour. No, The Finest Hour.
Nice.
Yeah. I was going to say, I knew you were going to try to catch me off guard. No, The Finest Hour. He was the engineer on the ship that was running it ashore so that the Coast Guard could come get him.
I am a big Woody Harrelson fan, so I did.
And he played the classic Woody Harrelson character. He's quirky, and you love him.
Well, at this point, it's like Nicholson, where Nicholson's always going to play Nicholson in every single movie.
Right.
I think Woody's just going to play Woody. Like he was.
That's his place now. That's his character.
Yeah, except for his love of Twinkies, and I believe his son or his dog in Zombieland.
Okay.
He was, someone who liked to drink and liked to smoke and enjoy party life. I mean, how many times did we see this captain take some sort of drug at any point in time?
Okay. All right.
You know,
smoking his way through this whole movie.
You should know what's out there on the street. So therefore, you understand what it's doing to people. Don't you know? So at least he's doing his research. But
and I think Chiwetel Ejiofor had a lot more he could have brought to this film. And I don't know if the directors held him back or what that scenario there was. But both him and Anthony Mackie could have done so much more with their characters than I think they were allowed to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I enjoy Anthony Mackie, too, and I was hoping for more of a breakout role from him. But a lot of quiet scenes.
Mm-hmm. And, they held him back. They held him back.
It did not need to be that long. I don't think those guys were real cops, So once again, Hollywood is just, cop washing or
Are you kidding? You're going to do this with every film now? Okay.
Just this week.
Come on.
Just this week since I set a precedent. But yeah,
no, we had the bases covered in this one.
I just don't think it's well written, and it just gave me too much. There was no mystery for me. Like I solved it, and it was just like, all right, get over with already. And it was long on top of that. So.
Well, I told everybody if you love graphic violence, you like, twists and turns towards the end, go check it out in the theaters. If not, wait and catch it on DVD, and then you can catch all those stars. And Kate Winslet giving us yet again another accent.
Oh yeah, she wasn't there.
Yeah. So she's Russian this time.
A little Jewish Russian at that with the curls.
Yeah. Okay.
So good.
There you go.
All right, kids, full review up online, MatineeChat.com, and feel free to contact us if you think I am full of ish on
or me,
it's a bad movie. All right, now on to some Oscar talk. Of course, Oscars going down on Monday.
How about Sunday?
Sunday?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not live tweeting or anything for the radio station. So. Yeah.
All right, it's happening Sunday, Anthony.
Do you want to go most important last and do this other little guy first?
Oh, sure. Let's do that.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
So we'll start off with writing, which is always important.
It is very important, even though we just slammed 999's writing. Okay, go ahead.
Well, because if it was better, we wouldn't have slammed it.
Okay.
Original screenplay, I enjoyed Spotlight quite a bit. I love Cube and his writing, so I was thinking about Straight Outta Compton, but the whole leaving out of D. Barnes really bugs me, and I wish that was in the movie. So
okay, all right, fair enough. And I'm choosing Bridge of Spies. Tom Hanks, Mark Rylance is up for an Academy Award for supporting actor for that film, and I thought that entire storyline kept me engaged, and I'm voting for that one. Moving
next
on.
up, we got adapted screenplay. What did you choose?
Oh, I chose The Big Short.
Which I almost chose. I went The Room because, man, it just like The Short, it happened, and it was great the way they portrayed it, and I love the writing in it. But to get inside the head of that scenario and to be able to just...
And for both Bree and Jacob, the young man in the film, I mean, that was some intenseness there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, no, it was intense, even if you didn't fully comprehend the concept of being
Well, we'll see
forever.
who wins, Anthony. We'll see who wins.
It'll be interesting. So... visual effects, I'm going to go with the return of Star Wars. Unfortunately, I didn't see the other ones mentioned except for The Martian, and I'm not voting for Matt Damon's poo potatoes.
And I am. I did pick The Martian. He doesn't want to
poo-taters?
eat Matt Damon's poo-taters, but
No,
I
but
did pick The Martian.
You will eat potatoes, won't you?
I will when I don't win that
you will
category.
gladly
Yes,
eat.
I will.
I'm going to go start a poo potato right now for you.
Okay, thank you.
Original song for music. I gotta go with Sam Smith. A guy's just a killer voice, and even though he told me, or not told me, but he said he wrote the song in 10 minutes.
Yes.
Talking to a friend or whatever. It's still a good song, or he just sings it so beautifully. I guess what it is. It's not even, the fact that it's a Bond song.
Well, it's hard to replace Adele, and we don't, usually agree on too much. I'm gonna go right with you. Sam Smith, Writings on the Wall, Spectre.
Adele only did last year, though. There was so much great music before Adele.
Well, I realize that, but
how can you replace Madonna? That's the real question.
Oh, okay. All right.
Madonna.
Okay, fair enough.
Original score, definitely Star Wars, because it's music from the future that no one's ever heard of before, even though it happened a long time ago.
Okay, all right. And for other reasons, I loved it. I'm going to agree again. I'm voting for Star Wars to take home the Academy Award for the original score.
All right, so costume design, I didn't see any of those. So what do you think?
That's really hard. Hold on a minute here.
She lost her place.
Thank you.
She's resetting. We'll get to this shortly.
For costume design, I was really torn because the Danish girl was very
Danishy?
apropos. No, for the time. Mad Max, craziness everywhere. I have a feeling it may be that one, but I'm going to pick The Revenant. I think The Revenant's going to take home costume design too.
Cinematography.
Mad Max.
Didn't see it.
You didn't? Oh, no. I'm picking Mad Max the whole way there.
All right, well, I'll go with Sicario because it's the only one I did see besides The Hateful Eight, which was pretty, but too long for me to think it was that pretty. Documentary?
I'm going for Amy.
See, I didn't see any of them either, but I bet Amy. I really want to see the Nina Simone one, so I bet that one's really good.
I have a copy of Amy. You can borrow it. It is incredible.
Nina
and
Simone
it better
is up
win.
on Netflix, so I'll watch that soon.
Okay. All right, good.
All right, so supporting actress. I am all about Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah, Fast Times.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going for her. I think she was really, really
good. She gave it up in a dugout. How could you not go
she
for her?
That was not something I remembered from the movie as vividly as you did, apparently.
How could you not remember that?
I think that she was
I'm sure your biggest
one of the few parts that I liked about The Hateful Eight. That was not one of my favorite movies of the year, even though you didn't hate it as much as I did.
I didn't like the movie at all.
Okay,
well,
good.
She was great.
Okay, all right, very good. I'm going for Alicia Vikander, the Danish girl.
Yeah, see, I didn't see that she's Danish. So.
Okay, well, I think that she should actually be as a best actress, not a supporting actress, because she was toe-to-toe with Eddie Redmayne in that character.
So many toes.
So many toes.
Actor in a supporting role.
Oh, this was really hard for me because those are all some really good ones, except I don't see Sly. But anyway, I chose Mark Ruffalo with Spotlight.
Ruffalo. Just for contrast, I'll choose Christian Bale. He did a good job in The Big Short. I thought he was a good job of playing a character which had, I don't remember. It wasn't like Asperger's or something, but he definitely had some sort of
he was a little
motor skill issue in terms of communication that you could tell.
I think it was called Genius that was just throwing him off just a little bit.
But he played that very well, so I'll give that up to Christian Bale.
And I won't be surprised, not that I'm choosing him, but I will not be surprised if Mark Rylance doesn't walk home with it for Bridge of Spies.
I don't know who that is.
Well, I'll explain it to you after the podcast.
No, you won't, because I won't care to listen to it. Okay. Actress in leading role, I had to go Brie Larson because, once again, man, the ability to take yourself out of your everyday life of freedom and to be locked and chained into not only just a room, but a room in which sexual things happens with your child in the room.
Right.
I just can't imagine.
And you teach him to hide so he doesn't have to
get into that mentality.
Yes,
so I got to get up to Brie Larson just to be able to get in that mindset, and it had to be just rough, draining mentally too, just to be able to sit there and
portray that character
every day.
Well, scarily enough, we are going to agree once again. I think that Brie Larson is definitely the actress of the year that needs to be walking home with her very own Oscar for her portrayal in Room.
I agree. I did see
okay.
Into the Actors, though. So I did see Steve Jobs. So like, I slept through it.
Yeah, that should speak volumes for Steve Jobs. The fact that he was even nominated, I'm like, no way. Will Smith, concussion. What the is this all about? But okay.
And I'm definitely not voting for potatoes over there. So if I had a choice, it would either be Breaking Bad or Leo. But,
okay. And I've been saying this since I saw The Revenant. Leo had better be taking home the Oscar. He is by far the best actor this year in his role in that movie.
Which I heard just one long bear rape scene.
It is not. Why do you guys all focus on the bear scene? There's so much more to that film than the bear.
That's all everyone ever brings up when they talk to me about it.
Well,
the bearing.
And I think that he definitely has to walk home with the Oscar this year. Not that Bryan Cranston was not good as well in Trumbo, because he was, but this is Leo's year. He's going home with the Oscar.
All right, so before we do Best Picture, give me Director.
I'm going to pick The Revenant again. Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu is who I think is going to go for, yes, Best Director.
Yeah, that's definitely a strong possibility. I'm going to go for contrast, go with The Room again, with Lenny Abrahamson.
Okay.
From the famous Abraham
and he may
son
walk away
family
with it, too.
Of Abraham, son and son.
Okay. All right.
All right, Best Picture.
We're finally here. Best Picture.
In terms of my entertainment.
Yes.
And I'm a guy who prefers to laugh a lot more than anything else.
Okay. That's fair.
I'd have to go with The Big Short, but it was a toss-up because Spotlight was so good. So good. And I've heard great things about The Revenant, and The Room was really good. So those four would be any one of those, I'm assuming.
Okay.
But I've only seen The Room, Spotlight, and Big Short.
Okay. Well, I agree. The Room is phenomenal. Spotlight, wow. I mean, yeah. The Big Short, yes, I laughed right along with you for that film. But from a cinematography standpoint, from an acting standpoint, between Leonardo and Tom Hardy, I just named him Best Director. I think that the film this year that's going to walk home with the Oscar for Best Picture is The Revenant. I'm voting for The Revenant.
Bear rape.
No. I'm telling you right now that once you see that film, if nothing more than the cinematography, you're going to be like, okay, Kathy, I totally understand it now that I got beyond the bear scene. Really.
There's a bear scene?
Yeah. Okay.
Right,
anyway,
so
that is Matinee Chats. Yeah.
We'll find what happens on Sunday. We'll compare lists maybe sometime after we get back, because I am going to the land of mountains and it's wonderful Colorado to just hang out with friends and catch some music. So I will not be in next week, and so Kathy just can't even do this.
Oh no. Okay, so I may attempt to do it solo, or I may attempt to wait till he gets back, because he is the engineer behind this production. So
small stuff, but we might issue to throw up an interview.
Yes,
possibly. So
we're going to throw up an interview of the directors of Zootopia. So that will definitely be up next week.
That'll be cool. So, yeah, we have a chance to check that out if we do not get a chance to really record. But if not, we'll get what's going on next week for people to go see. We'll just tell them right now whether or not to go see it.
Okay. We haven't even seen it, but we're going to tell them
for sure
what they want to see and what they don't want to see.
2016.
Okay. All right. Well, the first one, you said to me, hey, do you know what that stands for? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yes.
Tina Fey.
Yeah.
WTF. Yeah. Zootopia.
Okay.
It's next week. New Disney film. Everybody's dying to see. London Has Fallen.
Who is dying to see this brand new Disney film?
All the kids.
Okay.
And if you've seen any of the trailers, if you've seen any of the trailers, all of the adults are wanting to take the kids to see that film. London Has Fallen with your buddy Gerard Butler again. Mm-hmm.
At least that more possible, a Scottish guy in England.
Oh, okay. All right. And Desierto.
And what is that about?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I haven't seen a trailer or anything. Can you believe it? We'll have to check that out.
I am looking forward to Tina Fey, because I always like Tina Fey, and WTF or Whiskey Foxtrot.
Mm-hmm.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, sorry.
There you go.
So, yeah. Wait, wasn't there a movie called Whiskey Tango? Or no, Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash.
Tango and Cash.
No.
Who was that? The Stallone and Swayze? Is that what that was?
Russell. No.
Russell
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Stallone?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Russell and Stallone. Yeah.
Russell and Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I never saw it. I just knew it existed. All right,
Okay.
cool. Well, go
Okay.
see them if you want to. We can't put our hearts behind any of those movies, but feel free. Apparently, Zootopia kids are dying for it.
But
so you can put your heart behind
actually,
that if you
even
want.
though we may not have a podcast, you can still go to MatineeChat.com next week and check out my reviews.
Oh, yeah, we'll still be reviewing. Just
They'll
not,
still
not
be up there.
audibly. That'd
There
be
you
easy
go.
for you. So.
There you go.
All right. Well, have a great weekend at the movies, and we'll see you in a couple weeks. Best of luck to all the nominees.
Yes, best of luck to everyone out there. Go Oscar, red carpet. Can't wait to see all the dresses. Fashion.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter at MatineeChat, because we'll be live tweeting the Oscars, I'm sure.
Yes, we
Excitement
will.
For everyone that wins.
Yes,
so.
we will. Live tweeting. Follow us on Matinee Chat. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy those movies. And don't forget to check out the Oscars Sunday night.
Bye.
Bye.